About 4 years ago, in one of the most controversial Minecraft updates of all time, chat reporting was added to the game, and thus now players could be banned from Minecraft. This change was heavily criticized at the time. Being able to be banned from Minecraft multiplayer entirely, just for things you said in a server's chat, seemed like an extreme overreach, and the community revolted in protest in the hopes Microsoft and Mojang would change their minds. But alas, now 4 years later, chat reporting exists. And it is also now 4 years later, after a myriad of players being falsely banned from the game, using exploits that weren't unpatched for years, old leaks from Mojang-controlled discords that have recently resurfaced, and recent changes to players' access to the game due to a certain country's laws, that we can finally say that the community was truly right to be concerned, and may have just been proven correct after all this time. Now, you might be thinking, this all happened so many years ago now, what has changed all of a sudden? Well, first, recently on Reddit, old leaks of private Mojang-controlled Minecraft Discord servers with select influential members of the Minecraft community who were allegedly under NDA have resurfaced, which with today's context 4 years later, paint a very interesting picture of chat reporting's initial addition to the game. These leaks, mind you, were initially published to a website called SaveMinecraft.org before supposedly being taken down years ago due to witch hunting. But first, do you like gaming when on the go, but hate having to carry around a big clunky laptop or a gigantic tablet? Well then, this video sponsor, the new REDMAGIC Astra 2 gaming tablet, will be perfect for you. The REDMAGIC Astra 2 gaming tablet is portable, small and lightweight, meaning you can easily carry it around without it getting in the way. It will easily fit into any bag or under your arm comfortably. And despite its slim stature, it has a high quality 185Hz refresh rate screen, ensuring all your gaming experiences are super smooth. This screen is unironically higher refresh rate than even my computer monitors, pretty insane. And you can take full advantage of that 185Hz screen, as the REDMAGIC Astra 2 gaming tablet offers flawless performance on almost all games. Here I am playing Minecraft Bedrock Edition with its rather intensive vibrant visual shaders enabled, and my gameplay experience is extremely stable, never dropping below 100 FPS or featuring any lag or issues. If I use Pojav Launcher to play Minecraft Java 2, you can see that I actually get a perfectly stable 185 FPS, and this isn't even with me dropping these settings or anything either. I can almost guarantee that this is better performance than a significant number of your guys' computers. I even went and joined my Minecraft server, which has a quite intensive spawn, and my performance was almost flawless again. Even this had me impressed and surprised. At any time, I can also activate the tablet's special gaming mode, where I can modify a variety of game settings, and even use special plugins designed specifically for the most popular games. With up to 16GB of RAM, quite a lot in today's economy, 512GB of storage, and a huge 8300 mAh battery life, you have no problem playing as many games as you could possibly desire for as long as you want, and you don't have to worry about the tablet overheating and getting uncomfortable to hold either, as it has inbuilt liquid cooling to prevent that. Check out the new REDMAGIC Astra 2 gaming tablet using my link in the description below. You see, after the chat reporting announcement and thus widespread community backlash, there were a select few individuals outwardly defending chat reporting's addition and Mojang as well as Microsoft. These individuals generally were either server owners or notable server and plugin developers. Now, obviously there were valid arguments for and against chat reporting, so arguments defending it weren't merely invalid, but what was questionable was that many of chat reporting's loudest defenders happened to be part of an internal Mojang Discord server under NDAs. Screenshots of this Discord would be leaked and published online. The main takeaways were that members of this Discord supposedly had been involved in dialogue surrounding chat reporting for over a year prior to its addition to the game, allegedly having influence over some decisions related to its implementation too. The second takeaway is that many of these individuals in this Discord, who outwardly spoke in chat reporting's favor, were speaking with the context of lots of information the wider community were never privy to. That alone isn't necessarily a problem, but when it's used as a reason to claim that the other side of the argument are only conspiracy theorists, only out to cause drama or witch hunts, and that they are wrong without addressing the community's very valid concerns when they are privy to information the general community aren't, that does come off as an attempt to unfairly control the narrative. Sure, there were bad actors who spread misinformation, that's undeniable, but claims that the community's concerns were invalid, despite even Microsoft and Mojang later admitting that they handled communication of chat reporting poorly and did not provide adequate or clear enough information, was simply not accurate. Furthermore, is it not at all a conflict of interest to not mention biases in opinions of chat reporting due to having information and influence over it which the community didn't and was not aware of? There were multiple instances of this type of conflict of interest too. One of the members of this Discord, who maintains a rather large server software and plugin, would even make a video supporting chat reporting's addition position, and other members of the Discord would even encourage this person to hide the fact that they were a Mojang employee, even going as far as to create a cover or facade of sorts. This is intentionally deceptive, mind you. Hiding one's biases and conflicts of interest in such a manner to sway community perception of something you had influence over is not a good look. Now, to their credit, this individual, after the recent wave of false bans, would leave this comment mentioning that they were never a Mojang employee and admitting they were wrong about chat reporting not being able to be abused. And I'm sure that is in fact true, but the initial intent from members of this Discord is still clear nonetheless. In the comments of this video, individuals in this Discord seemingly even conspired to create fake hate or troll comments and pretend to sway or change their opinion. These comments are still on that video to this day, although I think this was more of a small joke from these members than anything serious. So all these leaks beg the question now. Due to NDAs and the very behind the curtain nature of this Discord, how much influence did these select community members, which don't and shouldn't represent the entire community, have over chat reporting's addition to the game? Furthermore, is it really fair for such a small and likely biased group to have such influence if they did? They seemingly have, or at least had, quite frequent contact with Mojang through regular direct conversation. Is it fair that such a small group of individuals, not representative of the general Minecraft population, could have had so much sway? And the one thing we can say for sure was that there was clearly coordinated and rather deceptive efforts from these individuals and potentially Mojang themselves to sway public narrative to favor chat reporting, attempting to intentionally hide their conflicts of interest to do so. These leaks would be taken down not long after being published, allegedly for witch hunting, and thus for the most part were forgotten. But ironically today, these leaks with newfound context can be looked at much differently. Different, just like how you need to make your subscription status to my channel different if you aren't already subscribed. No pressure, of course. When the initial chat reporting drama occurred, in my video talking about it from the time, I highlighted a few cases from Bedrock Edition prior to chat reporting's addition to Java, where players had been falsely banned from the game permanently.
You have been banned from Minecraft Online. You will not be able to play on servers, join realms, host or join multiplayer games, use the marketplace. Why have I been banned?
When I click more info, it just pulls up the website, and it just shows the code of content. It never said how I was banned or why it was banned.
My main account for Minecraft got banned for reasons I'll display on screen right now, but I do not know exactly what I did to be banned, especially because I've watched what I've said in chats.
In the comments of these videos, there were dozens of people iterating that they had also been falsely banned for no clear reason and didn't know what to do. Videos would even be made on how to get unbanned, which players in the comments would also be extremely thankful for, some claiming they had been falsely banned for as long as a year. Since prior to chat reporting on Java, Bedrock had a reporting system for some time, much of the community, including myself, would look to Bedrock's chat reporting system as an example of what we could expect to receive on Java, and that was what was most concerning. False bans on Bedrock Edition were quite a significant problem, and with the very little information we had at the time about how chat reporting would actually be implemented, this is where much of the community's concern stemmed from. Fortunately, there is a method of appealing, but this is also issue number 2. There's a good chance you still won't explicitly be told why you were banned.
Thank you for contacting us and apologies for the delay in getting back to you. After reviewing your account, we have decided to reverse the permanent ban that has been placed on it. While we cannot share specific details about your initial ban, so what I think happened here is the highly trained moderation staff actually messed up a little bit and ended up banning a ton of people that didn't deserve it.
Bedrock also had other issues where players on Pocket Edition, for example, would be shadow muted from the game, where their chat messages wouldn't be sent at all. This was a known issue within the Bedrock multiplayer community, and players would even go as far as to have to find exploits to get around their shadow mutes that they would share on Bedrock server forums. Overall, based on the Bedrock moderation system and its many issues, it would be simply disingenuous to discredit the community against chat reporting's concerns. Yet continually, members of the private Mojang Discord would claim that the Bedrock chat reporting and moderation system would not be the same as the one we would receive on Java, insisting that claims comparing them weren't valid and Java players wouldn't have anything to worry about, which is why recent events are now just unbelievably ironic. As I'm sure most of you know already, very recently a variety of Minecraft YouTubers, including myself, would be banned from Minecraft completely falsely by an individual who abused an exploit that would trick Mojang and Microsoft chat moderators. You can watch the whole video here where I go into detail on the exploit and how it worked after talking with the exploiters, but the summary is that the players could intercept the report packet sent from the Bedrock client, modify it to change the username of the person whose messages or logs were being reported to the name of the target they wanted to ban, essentially making it look like someone else had sent offensive messages. Somehow, Mojang Mojang and Microsoft chat moderators would then not validate whether the logs were actually sent from the individual being reported or if they were fake, and would ban the target player. Now, I want to highlight something here in the leaks that came from some Mojang employee by the looks of it. As this individual would say in their announcement, the most important thing I want to clarify up front is that automated moderation of private realms and servers is not happening and was never going to be a part of this. Right, but is that really the case? Were human moderators really tricked not once, not twice, but likely dozens of times by exploiters into banning high-profile players over fake messages? It's not like this was a one-off case with no media coverage. Multiple YouTubers were banned for this back-to-back completely falsely. This was exactly the kind of thing that the general Minecraft community was worried about when chat reporting was first introduced. This is also exactly the thing that Mojang and chat reporting defenders said would not happen, claiming the community had been overreacting. We were told Bedrock's provenly flawed moderation and ban system would not affect Java, and now here we are 4 years later, with players like myself being banned from Java Edition due to failures of the Bedrock reporting and moderation system. 4 years later, all those concerns have been proven to be legitimate. And the thing is, this exploit wasn't new. In fact, similar variations of this exploit whereby players would trick Mojang enforcement by spoofing logs or usernames had existed for years at that point. Over a year ago, a variety of famous German YouTubers were banned using a similar method, and in my recent video I even received comments from other verified channels mentioning that they had apparently been falsely banned in the past too, noting that despite reporting said exploits, they had yet to be fixed after a year. The community was concerned that issues with Bedrock's chat reporting and moderation system would affect Java. We were told by individuals part of Mojang's private Discord who had influence over and additional information about chat reporting that we had no reason to be concerned. We were overreacting and that wouldn't be the case. And now years later, players on Java are banned through Bedrock moderation exploits. Recently, alongside the UK's new laws regarding age verification on online platforms, Xbox and thus Minecraft now required UK-based players to verify they are over 18 to access chat. If you didn't age verify, chat would be entirely disabled. You couldn't even see messages from other players whatsoever. We've also been seeing lately with the recent updates to Java, such as the addition of a Java friends list after all these years, that Mojang are now adding more social features to the game. And what's most interesting about this is that Mojang has prepared for this for a very long time. In fact, the flags within the game to actually disable chat were added as far back as 1.16.4 in mid-2020, over 2 years before chat reporting, and almost 6 years before UK laws forced companies to age verify UK-based players. Now, while Mojang and Microsoft aren't to blame for this since it's not in their control, what is concerning is how they may continue to leverage chat reporting and banning in the future. Clearly such a system was planned for some time, significantly far ahead. Does that mean that there are more similar plans in the future that may come alongside Java's new social features and systems? Well, we don't know for sure, but Mojang and Microsoft haven't exactly given us much faith to place in them, especially not as of late. This is also ignoring the many issues and concerns players have related to privacy and their data. One of the age verification methods is through using government-issued ID, which is handled by a third party, but many players, understandably, aren't exactly comfortable giving this information to a company. Mods such as this one have been made so that players can circumvent these age-based restrictions if they don't feel comfortable sharing their data and verifying, which already have hundreds of thousands of downloads. The last point of this video is merely the final irony of chat reporting, now made clear. Do you want to know the only place where chat reporting actually works on Java? It's not the public servers where it could actually be justified, but only on private servers and realms. You see, almost all public servers either disable chat reporting through server-side mods known as plugins, or have custom chat plugins that interfere with chat signing, essentially making chat reporting non-functional unintentionally. So, the only real place chat reporting is active on Java is where it's not needed or wanted at all, and that is private servers and realms. In that official Mojang post from the leaks we looked at earlier, it was mentioned, the most important thing I want to clarify up front is that automated moderation of private realms and servers is not happening and was never going to be a part of this. The goal with the reporting tool was always to equip players to report other players and never to introduce any kind of big brother or bot moderating private servers. Yet, according to an official Minecraft help page article of Realms Safety, Realms feature a proactive chat filtering system. We use this system to classify, filter, and escalate online harm such as harassment, abuse, and hate speech. Once escalated, our team manually reviews and moderates these harms to promote safe and welcoming interactions. We also leverage this filter to ensure Realms names and descriptions are appropriate. Essentially, what it seems like is being said here is while automatic moderation isn't entirely a thing, there is in fact some sort of big brother moderating private servers here. It just must allegedly escalate cases to a human moderator for actual action. Now, how true this is questionable. There are dozens upon dozens of reports online of players being banned from their own private realms despite not being reported at all. If If nobody is being reported and this is a private realm, why is Mojang scanning players' messages and then banning them at all? Didn't that announcement in that Mojang Discord leak mention that there wouldn't be any type of scanning like this going on? Why is it even needed in private communities? Here in this post, a banned user who got banned for just some harmless swearing even got Minecraft support to admit that even if nobody reported messages on a realm, they will still take moderation action. How completely moronic. I just find it immensely ironic that the only place chat reporting could actually see proper use and justification, that being public servers, it doesn't even work in, and the place it does is the place where it isn't even needed and seemingly only causes problems. To conclude, years later after the addition of chat reporting, the system has been proven to be full of issues and exploits, of which was exactly what the community was worried about the entire time. The community's concerns were unfairly discredited by biased members of a private Discord who had undisclosed influence over chat reporting's addition up to a year before it came to be, and ultimately the wider Minecraft community who did not agree with this small group of players, which had been unfairly picked to represent them, now suffer the consequences. And it seems moderation may potentially increase and restrict players' access more in the future. I think this entire situation should serve as an example that while the Minecraft community might be volatile and find everything and anything to complain about, myself included, some of those complaints are certainly valid and reasonable, and there is a good reason the community is so distrusting of Microsoft and Mojang and can be so vocal sometimes. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching.